Poker Face.
Hi, I'm Ivonne Montealegre and welcome to Poker Face Podcast, powered by Evenbet Gaming. I am here today with one of the greatest footballers of all time, Mr. John Arne Riise. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's so nice to have you here.
I'm very happy to be here. We spoke about this a few times and finally we are here.
Finally, we are here, John. Your journey in football is quite inspiring. And now you're in poker. And you're Sigma Poker Tour's ambassador and you're networking at Sigma conferences. And tell us a little bit about this shift into poker.
Well, I've always been interested in poker, even when I play football. We used to play different kind of poker on the bus on the games, in the hotel before games, just for enjoyment. And then when I stopped playing, I got more and more into it. And I just love first of all, I love traveling. I love meeting new people in different areas of the world. And I think sitting at the poker table is the best way to connect with people. Because you always find someone in the first 10 seconds of every table, someone starts talking, where you're from, what you're doing. And then, that social communication with different people, and then at the same time competing against each other. It's just something that gives me a buzz. And I just love sitting there and feeling the adrenaline when it comes to a good card and a good hand. And you just feel the heartbeat, it goes up, you start sweating. So yeah, I've always been there, and I just love being a part of everything now and just be able to travel around and be involved in the poker business and everything around it.
From Alessund to Liverpool to Rome, your football career is on a level like superhuman. That kind of training, that kind of discipline. Do you think those elements help you in the poker world?
100%, being able to, I love working hard to be better at something. And if it's physical or if it's in poker, you have to practice to be good. Whatever you want to do in your life, you have to work hard to become good. I don't want to start doing things without trying to be good at it. I know I'm not going to be the best poker player in the world, but I want to put in the work and teach myself and learn from the best to try and become a good player. So being able to work hard from a young age in football, I think that gives me the edge that I like to push myself hard to become good at poker. And also the mental aspect, handling pressure, trying to have poker face in the tournaments, but most of all, just that my challenge is patience in poker. Being able to sit for hours and just trying to play the right hands, play the right cards, not get impatient and do silly mistakes. That's what I'm trying to learn, and that's why I need to play more tournaments, because the only way you learn is to play more.
Yes, volume is crucial in poker, as we both know. Yeah. I am so curious about your life, and can you describe to me one day when you were at your prime playing for Liverpool? How does that look?
Very boring.
Really?
No, I think when you're in the moment, you forget sometimes to enjoy it, because every day it just flies by, because it's more or less the same thing. So now when I retired, I look back, I think, I should have enjoyed it more. But at the same time, when you play for a club like Liverpool, you have games more or less every 3 days. So for me, it's like, for example, if we have a game Saturday in the Premier League, and then Tuesday or Wednesday in the Champions League, and then Saturday again, you don't have time to do anything else. Then you come to training, you have recovery, then train a little bit, then you eat, you go home, you rest, you sleep, then next day you train again, and then a game. So it's very boring, if you can say that, in the life of you don't do much, because you have to prepare for every game, and because my tool is my body. If my body is not 100% prepared mentally and physically for the game, I play bad, and if I play bad, I lose my place in the team, and if I lose my place in the team, I get sold. So everything I do every day was to physically and mentally prepare myself for every game to be at the best level. And it's hard because you play maybe 60, 70, 80 games a year, and that's almost every 3-4 days you play, so you don't have time to do much else. But when I had time off, you think, now I'm going to do this and this, but then you're too tired to do things as well. So in the season, it's more or less...
It's a life commitment.
Yeah, it is, and at that level as well, because you have to remember, football is the biggest, maybe the biggest sport in the world, and there's millions of people who want my position. So when I play for Liverpool, there's millions of players all around the world who wants to be the left back of Liverpool Football Club. And Liverpool Football Club is so big that if I don't perform, they can just buy another one. Wow. So you have to commit 100%, and you have
the pressure is on.
The pressure's on, so you have to have belief in yourself, knowing that you do the right thing. But it's hard because every season, new season, they look for new players to strengthen the team. So if you perform bad, maybe they look for a new left back to give competition for me. So football career is short, but you have to give everything in those years you play, and then you can try and enjoy after. But it's hard because, but at the same time, I was at the highest level, and for me it was a normal day. But when I look back now, I think, I did this. Maybe for some people it looks like, that's boring, but that's what it takes to be at that level. And I think people think it's an easy job. It's not.
Oh no, absolutely not. What would be one of your highlight moments in your soccer career?
I have many, from the start of, when you're a young kid, your dream is to become a professional footballer and play for your national team. That was my dream when I was young, and I became professional when I was 17. I went to the national team when I was 19 or 20. So I had to have new targets after that at a young age. But my highlight was obviously I won the Champions League in 2005 with Liverpool. Obviously, that's the biggest thing you can win as a footballer at a club level. So that was amazing. I was 24 years old only, and you have to find other objectives and targets in your life to keep going, because it's normal that a body, when you reach your targets, and even I didn't even dream about winning Champions League. I never dreamt about it because it's so far ahead. I could never dream. But when I did it, I think, what's next? Mm-hmm. What's the challenge? What do I have to work for? And for me, it was the love of football, But at the same time, I had I was bullied when I was young. So when I lifted the trophy in 2005, I remember a picture I have on my wall where I thought, nobody can take this away from me now.
Absolutely.
So whatever happens before in my career, in my life, and what happens in the future, this trophy will always be there. So that was for me like a statement that, okay, I can't do more now, but at the same time I want to stay at the highest level for longer. So it was a big moment for me when I lifted the trophy, because it was all the hard work and sacrifices was worth it.
Absolutely, you can see it. All the work you've put, you see it in a tangible, unique moment that, as you said, nobody can take back from you. No,
and also it's a statement to yourself, because obviously football is a team sport, but personally you do the work yourself from a young age, and then you have to perform at that certain game or at that certain pressure, or if you don't perform there, you might be this and that. And so it's always like personal victory. And that I managed to stay up at the highest level for so long. And people forget, maybe us players, we forget all the hard work we put in from we are 5 years old, 6 years old. I started focusing on my career when I was 12. Then I started training 21 times a week when I was 12 years old. And I didn't have any time for nothing else. So, like going out, girls, all that was not even an option for me. And not because I had to, but because I wanted to become a footballer. And like alcohol, partying, all that kind of stuff was never on the table for me. And people say you sacrifice, but for me it was, I also said before, like I sacrificed it. I don't sacrifice, I chose to do other things. It's not a sacrifice because I can choose to do this or that. Some people chose to go
You were happy doing what you were doing.
Exactly, and it was my choice, and I didn't sacrifice going out. I didn't sacrifice drinking. I didn't sacrifice nothing. For me, I wanted something else in life than somebody else, and then I did everything I could to become the best possible John Arne Riise I could be, and I think I achieved that.
What is your dream in poker?
Well, the dream is there's different. I have different dream. I would love to travel around Europe and the world to play different tournaments. Obviously, I want to win stuff, but just traveling around and showing people the poker community, how good the poker community is, how a family people are when they're traveling, because you know there's so much respect. And yes, we compete on the table. We had bar cars, lucky cars, and stuff like that. But at the same time, so many friendships. I want to travel the world and play in different tournaments around the world. And obviously, main event Vegas is. I played a few times, and just being there playing the main event with 6,000-7,000 other people. I've been there 4 or 5 times doing it, and I just want to keep doing that. And just, yes, I love winning, but for me, it's more like if you play for $1 or $100, it doesn't matter. Just that competitive feeling when you're sitting around the table and it's me against the others. I just love that feeling.
And this weekend, you're joining us at the Sigma Poker Tour, and you're playing at the tables. Listen, I'm organizing it, but I would love to be on the same table as you. I don't know, I'm not going to be able to do it, but this is what I tell everybody, like the opportunity to sit down at the tables with you and share some experiences.
Yeah, I do feel that when I play tournaments around Europe, most of the people around my table knows who I am. And that, in that way, it's the conversation starts easily. Because most of my football fans, they either support Liverpool or somebody else, but they know who I am. And so it's nice to get the talking going. But at the same time, I'm thinking, they so badly want to beat me. Because they want to go home and say, yeah, I beat John Arne Riise, or yes, I took him up the tournament. And that gives me, sometimes I'm thinking, are they just doing it just they want to beat me, or do they have the good hands? So it's like this mental issue, or are they thinking I'm bluffing because I'm famous and blah? So it's that kind of tactical game. It's hard for me because I'm trying to focus. Okay, I'm just a normal poker player. I'm playing the hands I have, and I'm playing the opponent. But I'm thinking they are maybe overthinking things, so maybe they do silly things just to get me out. So I'm struggling sometimes when I play against people who recognize me, because maybe I'm overthinking as well and forgetting to play the cards, and I'm playing maybe the person who I'm thinking he just want to beat me. So it's hard. I just want to try to be anonymous in the poker table, but it's difficult because
there's nothing anonymous.
No,
of you.
it's not. My looks are giving away. You know, it's not that many people are engineering around the table.
And wait till you go to Porto Maso Casino. There's a picture of you that is like 2 meters high. I think
I can't
you're
hide.
not. I think you can't hide. No. Correct. And on that note, John, something I've seen about you is that you remain close to your fan base in a very beautiful, respectful way. I've observed you, and I admire this so much about you, that you take the time. I saw you, we were in front of your hotel, and there's people constantly recognizing you, wanting autographs, and you do give them time. And I think that's very beautiful.
Yeah, but what would I be without them?
Beautiful.
And that's the thing. I mean, they are the ones who pay money, buy shirts, come to stadiums, make football and my club famous. So the least I can do is take time. And I very rarely say no to something when it comes to the fans, depending on obviously what I'm doing. But I'm trying to be polite because I'm a normal person as well, and I know I would have done the same thing if I was them, and if I saw, for example, someone I look up to.
You're a role model.
Yeah, and you have to think about 99% of the day that if you do one bad thing against a fan, it could ruin a lot, because that fan will then talk to other people that, oh, John was an idiot or whatever. And so I want to be polite, respectful to anybody who comes up, and because I can see the enjoyment in the the kid's face or the parent's face or whatever, just getting one picture, makes me happy to see how happy they are. And that's I'm never going to forget the fans, and I will always communicate with the fans and give back to them however I can.
I wanted to talk about that. Recently, you were in Singapore in a kids' training camp, right?
Yes.
Training children. Describe that experience for us.
Obviously, Asia is extremely big for Liverpool, you know, and we come there and then thousands of people meeting at the airport, and it's crazy in Asia. And we are there and I'm there to coach the kids and give back. Obviously, the young kids maybe don't know who I am, have not seen me play, but the parents have. So the parents keep pushing the kids. But I know at the same time they know I've done something good in football, the kids. So I just love going there and just see the football around the world, how important it is to people, and especially kids. And you have kids that who maybe not have the best day-to-day life. They may be struggling with certain things, and everybody has their issues in their life. And football pitch is the freedom and the free space where everybody's equal, no matter how the level and whatever. So when I or someone else famous coming over there to have this football school, we know how extremely important it is for the kids, and you can see the enjoyment. And there's different levels. I mean, some of them can't even play football, but they're just there. And just that gives, at least me, sometimes when I come to the hotel after these sessions, I cry. Because I know they have such a hard life in general, but those few hours a day where we are there is a free space where they just feel we recognize them, we talk to them, we give them feedback face to face, and you can just see the parents and the kids. And I get goosebumps now just talk about it, because it's so important that we travel around the world and give back something, because it takes so little from us to come there and just teach the kids for a few hours a day. And but the meaning for them might be a meaning of life, and that's I think that's a unique situation and position for me to be in, to be able to give back.
Beautiful work. Very nice of you. Let's imagine a fun scenario. If you were to play a final table of poker with some footballers, who would be the lineup?
Oh, well, there's a lot of footballers who play. I've seen them on different channels. You know, we have Neymar is playing, or R9 is playing, Piqué is playing. There's loads of players playing poker. But to be honest, I would rather play against professional poker players that are famous, you know, Negreanu or Phil Ivey or stuff like that, because those are the ones I'm looking and watching on TV for many years. I actually met Dan and Negreanu in Vegas because we played like a national team football tournament in Vegas. During the main event, all the teams have a national team football as well, so we played a tournament. So I met him on the pitch, so I got a communication with him, and he was an unbelievable nice guy. So I would rather, because I'm used to being footballers, I'd rather sit on a table where like the big names, like the ones you see on TV or YouTube, where those are the ones I want to sit, because to challenge myself against them and just.
So you're shifting a lot into the poker world now.
Yeah, but I love the competitive, that you have to study, work hard to become good. And yes, poker sometimes you can say it's luck, but at the end of the day, you win because you're the best player overall. And then to see Phil Ivey or Negreanu or whoever is going to play, how many times they won, it's not luck, you know.
Absolutely.
It's not luck, and it gives you something. And plus, I like the social part, sitting there and just communicate and listen to people's lives. And obviously, it's easy because people ask a lot about me because of my name and my history. But I would like to know what their lives are. For example, Phil Ivey. Okay, what do you do in your normal day life? That would be interesting.
You were networking this week at Sigma. Tell us a little bit what your experience in Sigma Euromed was.
Well, we were at the expo yesterday to see all these stands and everything. I think it's unbelievable to see how many people, how many stands you can fit in one place. And everybody's working for the same thing, you know. So it's nice to come there and get involved, communicate. I want to learn about the business. I want to know how things are working, and it's nice to see how open people are, and inviting to just sit down and talk. Because I could see around there's so many like small meetings talking about affiliates or sponsorships or agreements or whatever. It's just nice to just like walk around, but at the same time everybody's open, everybody's inviting, everybody's smiling, and that's what I feel this Sigma and everything around is all about. People trying to, yes, they're competitive because they want to be the biggest one, but at the same time the respect they have in between. So going around and talking to different people, it was nice, and who knows, maybe I'll be more involved with someone else.
Last question. What's your next? What are you cooking right now?
Well, my life is, I'm a guy with a lot of energy. I rarely sit still. I like to travel around. So for me, it's more like I'm doing speeches, I'm doing coaching, I'm doing Legends games, I'm doing poker. So I like to have so many things fly at the same time. But to be honest, I would like to have more like one. I like to have different things, but maybe one main thing who can be like my main focus, if that's poker or whatever. But same to have these Legends games and all that to travel. But so who knows? But I'm trying to settle down and find something that will give me like, yes, this is what I want to do more than other things, and hopefully that'll be in the poker world.
Amazing. Thank you very much for being with us today, John. It was really a pleasure, and we wish you all the poker luck for your next tournaments.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
To all our viewers, thank you very much for joining us in this episode of Poker Face. And thank you very much to our sponsor, EvenBet Gaming. See you on the next chapter.
Poker faces.